battle of the fittest in the Imo State government house may be difficult to let go of or forget, as 2021 has just ended. The battle must have been one of those prayer points where both the governor and the Imolite would pray that it would not happen again on the 31st night of crossing over. Everywhere many Nigerians, including those who are not even residents of the southeast state, was affected in some way by the heat. No day passes without one strange news item or another. It all started after the election was lost and won. Emeka Ihedioha emerged as the winner of the governorship election and was successfully sworn in. The battle began after the controversial Supreme Court judgment that turned the third man into the winner of the Imo election. Was it the third or the fourth? In the political history of Nigeria, no such record has been made. Before this time, the Adoration Ministry's spiritual leader, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, has predicted that Uzodinma would be governor, which was hard to accept. From the moment Uzodinma was sworn in, the battle began. From the appeal of the judgment to the issue of insecurity in the Heartland state, he was accused of sending soldiers to disrupt the activities of the outlawed hip-hop group. Finally, it devolved into never-ending battles over issues bordering on unknown government attacks in Imo. He further upgraded his battles by revoking the already settled issues bordering on the Rochas Okorocha administration, which he accused of taking over most of the government properties of his for his personal use. It would not be complete if the issues bordering on the attacks on the Imo police headquarters by unknown gunmen were not mentioned. Many youth and security agents have paid the supreme price. Why is this trouble persists? Imo is today's headquarters of insecurity in the southeast. The military invasion of Imo State is hard to forget. Over 70 houses were razed after the youth crashed with the men in uniform. As of today, many residents have not returned home since they don't have a home anywhere, and nobody is talking about how to rebuild it for the hopeless people at the moment. Who brought this trouble to one of the safest places to live in Nigeria before? Will Imo rise again? That is the question many are asking. Previously, Imo State was a state where people around the southeast converged on weekends for pleasure because of the beauty and peace of Owerri, where it's alleged to have the best hotels in the east. Really? Like seriously? How we've not gotten to hear that before now. Uzodinma touched so many things and fought many battles. It will be recalled that he was the only governor in the southeast who failed to endorse the anti-open grazing bill. Many saw this as an anti-people policy. He refused to join the southern governors to ensure that the herders were flushed out of the region, but he did mention a cordial relationship with the herders in his state. During the meeting with the southeast governors in Enugu, he was the only governor who came with double armored tanks and armed forces that were armed to the teeth, forcing his way into the government house with his heavyweight security details, breaking all security protocols. He made people talk after he failed to follow the events at the security meeting, but he spent only 30 minutes there before leaving the scene. Many suggest that his high-powered security details were because of the unknown government's attacks, since they may attack at any given time. Observers are suggesting whether the battle of 2022 will be greater than that of 2021, since it has become a tradition that everything is almost on the high side in Nigeria. Let everyone join hands to pray for Imo to ensure that peace returns to the southeast states as we enter into the new year. Yeah, he has made history for himself. You know, one thing, personally, I don't, when people talk about when people talk about a particular person or a group of people, but let's say a particular person, I don't usually go by what people say about somebody. I would like to experience it. I would like to see, to look details, because of course one can speak out of sentiment, out of the way you are feeling and all of that. And if you are not careful, other people's judgment, you might see things differently. Other people's judgments might, cause I don't know how to put it, a disaffection, for you to have a disaffection to that particular person, because some people have been able to judge the person, and you yourself, you're not going to look that person from your own point of view, whether, oh, what is being said about this particular person is the right thing. And concerning this Uzodinma, a lot of people have been saying this and this and this and this and that. You can say, oh, maybe they are talking out of sentiments, because at times I quite understand when people don't want a particular thing and it's being forced on them, and they will have a reason to justify, oh, we don't like this thing, we don't want this. And that is exactly what happened to this governor of Imo State. And at the end of the day, I begin to as assess the man himself, that how can somebody agree to cause mayhem, to cause troubles for his own people? And you can see from all of the things being listed here that he has done, how, when everybody knows quite well, before now, when Nnamdi Kanu was talking about S-men this, S-men that, we all know the problems. Of course, a lot of people didn't see it coming, but at some point they proved the man right. People began to speak, people began to talk about their experiences with all these Fulani S-men that are causing atrocities and what have you. Or not until when it got to that level, before the southern governors now saw reason to that, before they now said there's going to be ban on open grazing. Of course, we know that they're always playing to the gallery, but at the end of the day, they came to that realization to accept it. Not that they didn't know, but to accept it, that it is true what people are saying, what people are going through. Thank God for social media, videos here and there. But these days, nobody can say anybody's doctoring anything, because the gadget is there for you to capture whatever you want to capture. At the end of the day, this man, when, like I said, when he began to exonerate himself, you see that these people are committing havoc. They are committing havoc. And even before the southern governors took that decision, Governor Autumn of Benue State has been complaining. And I was always asking, does it mean these guys, if you think that people, because they want to politicize this, because of tribalism and whatever, what about the governor himself, who is still holding a position? Because somebody who is not in government, they will say, oh, you are in opposition, you don't like the government, that is why you are trying to say this. Then what about the governor himself that is saying the same thing, complaining the same thing? Before the southern governors now took it upon themselves to say, no, this open grazing must be banned. Uzodinma did not join them. Uzodinma did not join them. And when you talk about the position of the position he took during the 2019 elections, of course, we all know what is happening. Oh, for him to come out and begin to tell us, yes, I brought soldiers to come and do what? To come and do this, to come and do this. Just like Buhari said when Fela sang one of his songs, that, oh, my people are stupid, my people are this, use man to finish your people. And that, the man, Buhari is not patriotic, forget it. That's not me, like I said, I watch people personally, not what people say about somebody. This man does not have integrity. He does not have the interest of the people at heart, and he's not patriotic. That's it. Let's read that out. So, the case of Uzodinma, I brought army to do this. I brought army to do this and that. At the end of the day, we'll go back. I will say, oh, those whose houses have been burnt, I will do this for them. I will do that for them. It's a lie. All on our pretense. So why would you not want to support your own governors, your colleagues that are saying the same thing, he's doing on a different thing? Then when people begin to say that he was brought in for a purpose, and you think it would be nice for people who are deep thinkers to not say that oh, it is not true. Yeah, but what kind of history is he making for himself? Bad precedent, bad whatever for himself. What are they always after? Power and money. Which money? Money you have in a country that is the people living in abject poverty. There is your country is the headquarters of people living in abject poverty, and you are forming. Not that you have any business. So majority of them who call themselves politicians, they are not rich. They don't have nothing. They are feeding on the people, and with impunity, illegal money they are spending. And they'll come and tell you that they have power. What kind of power? What have you done? Have you been able to better the lives of the people? We are not talking of selecting individuals like they always attributes to Tinubu that, oh, he helped this person, he brought this person to limelight. I begin to ask, are these people okay? So what have you people done to alleviate poverty, to alleviate all this insecurity and what have you, all these vices in the country? No, nothing. They won't do anything, but they will tell you that they have power, they have money. So that is not the kind of history we are talking about. He made history, but not in a positive way, in my opinion. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.